Hi, Capricorn. Welcome. So, Capricorn, this is going to be your spiritual tarot reading, and we're going to go ahead and get straight into it. So, Capricorn, when I was meditating on your energy, I felt like I came out of the meditation with like a perma grin. Like where you just grin for no reason, or you have like a permanent grin on your face, and I was literally getting that word as well. So I don't know if there's something like that's really going to please you going on during this time frame, or just feeling aligned with your higher self, or just happy to be happy. I mean, I think there's like a lot of things coming in that are lining up in like a very delightful way. I know I'm being a little extra with the words, but I'm getting like a little bit of an extra vibe, you know what I mean? So it's like, when something just falls into place and like you recognize it for what it is, and it's just like it gives you that feeling of like, you know what I mean? Like, yes, things are going to be okay. Or like, wow, that's amazing. Or, like, I don't know. Have you ever gotten a compliment and you just think about it all day, and then that compliment it just makes you feel good, right? Or say you're in love, all right? And you have like an amazing moment and you're reminiscing about it and you're just sitting there like daydreaming, like, like that, okay? That's kind of the vibe that I'm picking up. It's a bit of like fantasy driven, a little bit, but it's coming from a state of appreciation, Capricorn, regardless of how this energy resonates, right? It doesn't have to be specifically the examples I gave, but you get the gist of it, right? Like I'm just kind of getting that dreamy, yet comfortable, yet content type of vibe. So let's see what the cards have to say and go from there. So of course you would. Of course this would be the card. This would be the card. Venus. All right, so this card is all about exactly what I was just talking about, like this dreamy state of mind. It also talks about like enchantment and magic, very spiritual energy. Talks about universal love. Sorry, I couldn't get that out. But it also talks about having visions, utilizing meditation in a way that helps you get connected with your higher self, right? And so you might actually be receiving visions, okay, through meditation or through the dream state, or just simply when you quiet your mind. And for some reason they keep giving me a lyric to a song. Feels like an angel. So you might also be having, experiences with your spirit guides, your angels, if you're open to that. If you're spiritually aware or attuned, pay attention to the signs, right? Because I feel like you're getting some sort of signs from beyond, to help you along your way here, Capricorn. And, a lot of people are afraid of the unknown, or afraid of what they can't see, taste, touch, and feel. But they're saying be with familiarity with it. There's some sort of familiarity that you have with it, though, or some of you are needing to become comfortable or familiar with the unknown. I'm definitely getting the word familiarity. So that's an interesting message. All right, so, oh my gosh, no way this reading is going to be very interesting. Okay, so I'm sitting here and I'm talking to you guys about what I was feeling in the meditation with, this dreamy type of energy, and I get the card of like the dream state. And then here I'm talking to you about visions and paying attention to like any insight you're getting. And I get the card of visions. Can you read that at the bottom of the card? 2 synchronicities. And here I'm talking about synchronicities, and I get 2 in a row. So definitely pay attention to repetition, signs, symbols, numbers on the clock, angel numbers, things of that nature. For some reason, I just feel like all of this spiritual guidance is like wanting to shower and adorn you, Capricorn, during Scorpio season in particular, which Scorpio season has a very interesting energy to it as well, as it highlights the 8th house. And sometimes the 8th house is about the unknown, the unfamiliar, that feeling of there's more than what meets the eye. So I kind of feel like that's what's coming through here, Capricorn. And I also feel I'm getting like so many words that seem so extra to me. Like, for instance, right now, for some reason, I want to say exuberant. I don't know why, or if you're feeling a little bit extra, or, and now I'm getting the Pharrell song, Because I'm Happy. It's like, notice the difference between how you feel when you allow yourself to be happy versus when you cut yourself off from truly finding joy in your life. And yes, it's us that cut ourselves off from being happy. It seems like we're responding to external events, which a lot of us are, but truly the only thing that has the power to cut you off from being happy and joyful is you, is your choice to see something in such a perspective that does not allow you to feel the joy, blessings, and love that's available to you at all times from source, from the universe. It is our perception that creates our misery, right? When we're not able to perceive from that higher perspective. And all the more reason to get in tune with your higher self, Capricorn, because I feel like, first of all, you're going to feel energetically much better when you're able to like get in tune with the higher level vibrations of allowing yourself to just feel good because you want to feel good, not because anything's different or not because anything's changed in your life. Just simply show yourself how powerful you are by choosing to feel good because you decide you're going to feel good. And a lot of people don't make that choice until it's dire straits, until they're so tired of feeling miserable, they cannot go down that road anymore, right? But you don't got to get to that point to make conscious choices about your feelings and how good or bad you're feeling on a daily basis. So this message is really super strong. It's a choice. Happiness is a choice. Happiness is a choice. It cannot be taken away from you unless you choose to give your happiness away by the way that you are thinking or handling a situation. I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be super direct, but like that's how the messages are coming through. I could have like kept repeating that too. Happiness is a choice. Okay, you get it. All right, so let's see what's going on in the headspace first, Capricorn, and then we are going to look at the heart space and what's coming in there, as well as the big spiritual picture. So headspace for my Capricorns. You have the 10 of Swords here, the Strength card, the 8 of Cups, and the Tower. So this is a beautiful energy here. This is like having the strength, right, to kind of move past something that you really need to let go of and truly move towards some sort of change or transformation. I feel like, Capricorn, you're a resilient sign, but just like all of us, sometimes you get stuck on things that don't serve you and may have trouble letting go of it. However, I feel like you're coming into this space in your life where you are ready to change. You are ready to let go of the things that damper your ability to truly be your natural self, all right? I also feel like some of you may be heavy contemplating some big changes that want to come through for you during this last half of the month. And hold on a second, please. Sorry. I have some other messages coming through. And it's almost like It's almost like I'm being encouraged to like just have a conversation with you rather than traditionally read these cards. So what I'm feeling, Capricorn, is, first of all, they're saying you're headed in the right direction, right? Whatever change that you're headed towards, you're headed in the right direction. You're feeling called towards it. This is for your highest good. No looking back. Those types of messages coming through. There's like a dream that you have, or maybe something you have a vision for, and it's certainly possible for you. But first you kind of got to let go of some self-limiting beliefs or things that have been hindering you. And for some of you, what's been hindering you is holding on. No. There's I'm getting corrected. For a lot of you that are called to this reading, it's the idea that someone else has the ability to control your mood or your happiness that hinders you. And it's funny because I was just talking to a Capricorn about this very thing the other day, so I think it applies here. And this person was saying, you know, they had a falling out with someone that was very close to them, but they have to be around this person every day, and they feel miserable. And now they no longer look forward to the day because they have to be around this person, and they don't like to be around this person anymore because this person hurt them. And how do I get around this? How do I get over this is what she was kind of grappling with. But at the same time, this person was also holding on to a lot of resentment towards the situation. And the thing is, you can't let go and hold on to resentment at the same time. It's impossible. Because the act of surrender is in a completely different vibrational state than the act, you know, of resentment. You can't be in resentment and forgiveness at the same time. You got to choose one or the other. And one of those choices is going to elevate you and it's going to feel better emotionally. And that is the act of surrender or forgiveness. And one of those choices is going to keep you down in the gutter, which is going to make you feel terrible day after day after day. And that is to choose to hold on to resentment. And so it's got nothing to do with the other person or if they change or if the circumstance changes. That has nothing to do with your ability to make that choice of how you're going to choose to feel about it, because that's the choice that matters. That's the choice that matters first and foremost, is how are you going to choose to handle a situation like that, and how are you going to choose to feel? Because when we feel negative emotion towards another, we do not punish them. We punish ourselves because we're the ones feeling the torment of being out of alignment, the torment of feeling those negative emotions. That other person is not feeling that repercussion. We are. So forgiveness is never about another person. It's not saying that they were right and you were wrong. Forgiveness is a gift you give yourself that allows you to be at peace. So never let another person steal away from your inner being, from your inner peace. And remember that, because I feel like there's a vision that you have here, Capricorn, of like how you want things to work out or where you want to go. And it's a possibility here for you. And it takes a strong person to let go, but you are a strong person and you can do this and you will do this. And some of you have already done this, and I'm preaching to the choir. You know what I mean? And if you've already released something, bravo, right? Because it's time to move forward into these big changes. And it's almost like this reading is doing all of the talking and none of the cards. You know what I mean? Like your message is so strong. Like as soon as I hit the record button, and I'm getting an image of a commercial. Extra, extra. All right, let's go into the emotional space. All right, the Nine of Swords, the Star, Two of Pentacles, the Nine of Cups. So, a Capricorn in the heart space, there's wish fulfillment here that wants to come through, right? There's also emotional healing here. And it's after maybe a time period where you might have been stuck in some worrisome thought, or allowing other people to get into your headspace to affect your mental stability, okay, or your peace of mind. But I'm hearing no more. Okay, well, at least not going into November, because there's a reason to smile. Like there's something here to look forward to, Capricorn, and you have choices here. There's also this opportunity to enhance something in your life. And I feel like this has to deal with finances for some of you, having some choices here to make that. But I feel like you can't get the choice wrong, because as long as you're coming from a good intention, whatever you choose will pan out for you. So FYI, if you have some sort of wish on the line or something you're really wanting for, they're saying you can't really get it wrong. Either you're going to grow and learn, or both, definitely both. And either way, it's going to lead you to your next path and your next path and your next path, which ultimately leads to your success. So if there's been something here you've been grappling with, FYI, I feel like worry no more, or they're saying to kind of move away from that worrisome energy, because there is hope returning. There is some sort of wish fulfillment here. And I just keep hearing you can't get it wrong. Why all of a sudden do I feel sleepy? This is the weirdest message. This is the weirdest reading ever. All of a sudden I'm like, whew, this like wave of, I don't even know how to describe this energy. It's weird. So I just feel like, yes, Capricorn, the sense of like hope returning here. When it comes to your emotional self, also some healing energy coming through as well. So let's go into the bigger spiritual picture and see what is going on. Guys, all of a sudden my energy shifted into like this dreamy, look, I'm gonna yawn. I went from like super extra and alive and happy to like this almost sleepy, dreamy state. So you could certainly be bouncing back and forth between, you know, those two types of emotions, or you're having moments maybe in this upcoming month where you're having very high highs, and I don't want to say it's a low, because it's not bad. It's just like doing a lot and then needing your rest, or entertaining a lot of things and then needing a brain break. You know what I mean? Like, also don't forget to give yourself some brain breaks throughout the day. 10-15 minutes here or there to clear your mind, do some deep breathing, meditate to keep yourself balanced, okay? To keep your thought patterns balanced as well, Capricorn. So let's see, King of Cups, the Chariot, the World, the Six of Pentacles, and the Two of Wands. So Capricorn, I feel like as we go through this reading, things are looking up for you, all right? I feel like hope returns. I just keep hearing that over and over again. Hope returns. Hope returns, okay? This is like, oh, this is so good. It's almost like the universe is wanting to open up for you and to deliver to you some sort of wish fulfillment. And like the quicker, okay, here's how you can quicken a manifestation. The quicker you can get into the emotion of receiving that of what you want without evidence of actually receiving it, the faster you manifest. It's called gratitude. But you can also do this through visualizations. So like say you really want to be in love. If you go into a meditation and then you let yourself visualize being in love, and then you let yourself feel it. And the key is you got to feel it. Feel what it feels like to be in love. What does it feel like to be in love? And I'm not even just talking about with a person, just within life in general. What does it feel like when you're in love with your life? How does that feel? Conjure those thoughts. When I'm in love, I feel warm, I feel happy, I feel in the flow, etc., etc., etc. If you can do that for just a few minutes a day, but break it up throughout the day, you can start gaining momentum towards the manifestation of receiving that of which you want. Right? So I made an example about being in love, but you can make this about anything. Having the money, what would that feel like if you had it? You know, getting that job, what would that feel like if you had it? Going on that trip, how would you feel? You have to conjure the emotion. You got to conjure the thought pattern, and then you bring it into existence faster. Now, of course, you don't need to do any of that, because what's for you will find you no matter what through the path of least resistance. But if you want to be more in tune, if you want to be more in charge and more conscious of your creations, give thought to visualizations, right? And then make the connection when it manifests between what you've been giving thought to and what shows up for you, right? So I don't know why. I'm sorry. I hope this reading is making sense, because I'm honestly not sure. It's coming in so fast, but like there's this huge emphasis on visualizations, okay? But I feel like, yes, things moving forward here, success coming in, reciprocity coming in for you, and then you having choices, good choices, can't lose choices. But first they're saying you have to make one very simple choice. And the first thing you need to choose is to be happy. Right here, right now. They're wanting to go back to the original message. Happiness is a choice. And okay, so let's do a 7-day challenge, Capricorn, because I want you to prove this to yourself. For 7 days, choose to be happy. No matter what, no matter what's happening, no matter who's around you, no matter what your schedule is, find a way to focus on whatever it is that makes you happy. All right? I'm not saying change your schedule. Go about your everyday, day to day, how you normally would. But in your mind, you're making a conscious choice that no matter what happens today and no matter what comes across, I'm going to choose to be happy. Right? It's a 7-day challenge, but do it as long as you can. It'll become easy to you if you practice this. But if you've never practiced choosing your emotions, you start small and do like 1 day to 3 days, right? And if you backtrack, that's all right. Just start over. If you catch yourself in a negative mood, just go to bed and start over again. But watch, if you can be consistent with it the majority of the time, right? Can't do this all the time. It's all right to have other emotions. I'm not saying negate all of your other emotions. I'm just saying simply consciously choose the happier thoughts over the next 7 days. And at the end of the 7 days, if you can be consistent with it, you will have conjured up something or manifested something that you will be able to make the connection of what you were thinking and what becomes. Whether it be a delicious dinner or just something naturally working out without you doing something, or love entering your life. I mean, it could be big things, it could be small things, but I guarantee you something will manifest by the end of that 7 days. And so I don't usually do coaching like this during a tarot reading, but that's what I'm being guided to do. So I feel like if you are watching this, this is what I heard Ocean Avenue. Okay. This is what's going to assist you. All right. So the universe wants to be of assistance to you. It's insistent that it wants to be of assistance to you. All right. For some reason, I'm getting the song Material World by Madonna. What a great song. All right, so let's see what the guidance is. It says, my future is not about my past, it's only about now. Nothing that has ever happened has anything to do with the now, unless in my now I continue to think and speak about it. Fresh new thoughts today will give you a fresh new perspective. Let it go. Isn't that what the original message was? Nothing that has ever happened to you up until this now moment can affect you unless you continually think about it and speak about it. So when will it change? It will change as soon as you decide to truly relinquish it from your mind and choose fresh new thoughts about life. That's when. Wow. I'm glad I saved you for last because this was my favorite reading of all of them. So this is zodiac signs that you could be connecting with or have in your own birth chart. I have Pisces here, Scorpio, Leo, Aquarius, Cancer. And those are the predominant signs, but it's a general reading, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it did resonate, please do let me know in the comments down below. Also, don't forget to give me a like, share, and subscribe if you haven't yet. You can find me on Facebook and Instagram for more fun stuff, as I do have videos over there. Tarot Time with Dana, all of it linked in the description box below. Also, I'm having an event on Halloween for a small fee. You can join me on Facebook. I'll be doing a collective reading for everyone that's joining, but I'll also be selecting questions out of the chat to answer right then and there. So if you don't want to miss out, check out the details. It's in the community section of my YouTube. Otherwise, I'm wishing you the very, very best, Capricorn. And until next time, my friends, namaste.